I'm only an accountant. Lights go out. Away they go. It's a good start from Gavin Dunn. He's got the best of the starts ahead of Stuart Pywell. Pywell might have lost a bit more ground than that, actually, yes, he has.
Pywell's as well as Millward, who's in second place now. Sapra's about 5th or 6th in the bright yellow car, but he's gone really quite wide and he's trying to carry more speed out of Copse Corner. But it is Dunn who leads from Millward. Who's that come through into 3rd place down the outside and essaying for 2nd?
Well, that's Kevin Granger, isn't it, in the number 37 car?
Pywell's next up, then it's the yellow car of Jazz Sapra. And here we go into the sort of cup territory and the 6th class.
Yeah, so good battles to be had further down. So yeah, for the first 9 rows of cars we had today, Williams, Andrew Pywell, Jason Rees, David Morris or Robert Harrison, I don't think, or Richard Harrison I should say, for this one. Look at this, Theo Millward is really piling the pressure on the race leader Gavin Dunn here, and he's going to get alongside him. Probably doesn't have quite the legs to out-drag the M3 of Gavin Dunn as they come up and over the line, and Millward might lose out. He does lose out to Pywell, Stuart Pywell, as they cross the line to complete the first lap by 8 thousandths of a second. Millward still there in 3rd. I think Millward a bit perhaps racier through the corners, but does lose out. He's in an M2 class car to the invitation class cars and the M1 cars, the more powerful cars, in a straight line, but under braking Millward. The driver from Shropshire closes up. Just Sapra just in behind as well. He's in 4th position. The first 4 getting away from Kevin Granger in 5th. It's Paul Travers in 6th, who leads Class 6 in his 330. Leaders heading up towards Brooklands once more.
Yeah, there's that lovely rasp, that kind of induction roar from these BMW engines. They sound pretty savage, which is great. Side by side, Millward and Sapra in the red and yellow cars there. 81 Millward, 40 is Sapra. And they are running in 3rd and 4th places behind Gavin Dunn in 130, Stuart Pywell in 76. Never the problem with the second Pywell car, that hasn't come out this time. There's Sapra diving up the inside of Millward into Copse.
Yeah, it looks like the yellow car's made it through, doesn't it? Ahead of the red one.
Yep.
Primary colour battle this. Down towards Beckett's they go. They're pulling out a bit of a gap over Ranger in 5th position and Travers in 6th. Early on, of course, Millward finished in 4th position, so we've sort of settled down into the same order we had for the first, I think, 6 places in the result of the first race already. It's not to say that the race is over, and certainly Paul Travers has got Colin Whitmore behind him. Whitmore in a sort of higher class car, an M1 car. And look here, there's a nice little battle going on between David Aspden, number 20, and the number 10 car of Clive Watson. Aspden, the driver from Drylington near Bradford, a self-employed vehicle telematics engineer. And he's out there in the Z3 Roadster, the blue and orange car, 2.8 litre normally aspirated straight 6 car. Built by himself with the assistance of his brother Paul Aspden, and Andrew and Adrian Terry helped to build that car as well. Third lap now completed, and Gavin Dunn's lead has extended to basically 1 second. Over Stuart Pywell, just Sapra out 3rd, and Theo Millward down to 4th position. There's that Aspden car again. We've got Aidan Vilcou just behind him, I can tell you, in the number 69 car. In fact, he's alongside him now is Vilcou in the M2 class car, trying to go up the inside. Is for the final position inside of the top 10 overall. Vilcou, who's 25 years of age, an electrical engineer from Willenhall in the West Midlands. First time competitor this season, and he's in this E30 Centre prepared E36 M3 from 1994, a car that was built by Aidan and his stepfather. Just behind them you've got Stephen Schweikart as well, who's coming in 3rd of the 6-cylinder class cars. Here's Vilcou having another go on David Aspden up the inside into Luffield corner, so a nice little scrap this, although these cars, one of these cars are battling for class position as well. It's 3rd and 4th within class M2, and they are about to start another lap.
Yeah, good mix of cars in that tussle, and good to see the little Roadster in among them. Looks well, doesn't it? Car of David Aspden. He's got Aidan Vilku snapping at his heels.
Yeah, and Steven Schweikart is there as well. Also Paul Laramie as well in the number 31 car that was on the podium in the Burkitt Relay yesterday. The handicap part of the race. He's also in that battle, so it's 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th.
Yeah, Vilku's eaten up in a straight line, and down the inside comes Laramie in the maroon coloured car with a bright green bonnet.
Well, that shouldn't really happen to Aidan Vilku because he's in theoretically a more powerful car than the Class 6 car, so I just wonder if he's got a slight problem there. He's lost quite a bit of ground to Aspden on this lap, but so maybe that car not running as it should.
Yeah, he seems quick in certain parts of the circuit, but not consistently so. He's tucked in behind those two compacts, and here he comes, trying to come back past Schweikart, but he's not quite close enough because Schweikart's having a nibble at the back of the Laramie car, and a switch of sides that time from Vilku. That was a bit kind of whoa.
So we've got 13 and 3/4 minutes left to go, so still about 2/3 of this race left to go. Warsteiner liveried car of Aidan Vilku. Number 69 he's still got the novice cross on him. I wonder if he can take that off now because he's done the whole season, but it is still his first season of racing. So a glimpse of Paul Travers there, who's our Class 6 leader, number 77 in 6th place overall. He's well clear of Chris Blakey. We've not really seen much of in this race. He's second within Class 6 at the moment.
Vilku tucking in behind in the 69 car with the Warsteiner beer liveries on it. Warsteiner, eine Königin unter den Pilsner, a queen among beers.
So 6 laps completed now by the majority of the field.
Ooh, a little bit crossed up there for Schweikart, who arrived in the braking area behind Laramie, and whether he just hit the brakes fractionally hard or was beginning to turn into the apex of the corner, I don't know, but it just went a bit twizzly on him for a while, but he came back out of it.
Gavington, we just saw a brief glimpse of there. No news of any penalty for him in this race. He's 2.9 seconds ahead of Pyrewell at the moment. He's done the best lap of the race, a 103.1. What was the best lap in the earlier race? It was a 103.3. So Gavington has gone faster in this race than he did earlier on today. So, and the first 4 cars have come through to complete lap 7. And the gap's gone out to 3.3 seconds now between Dunn and Pyrewell, first and second. Not much difference between Sapra and Millward. They're only 7/10 of a second behind. Here they are on camera now.
And yes, their best times are split by only about, less than 3/10 of a second.
Yeah, Sapra's slightly the quicker of the two. He's done a 104.9 out of Beckett's, and up the Wellington Straight they go towards Brooklands for the 8th time in this race. Likely to be a 19-lap race if it goes the distance. That's how many laps we squeezed out last time. And one of the questions would be how far up the field Gavin Dunn can lap. It was the top 6 cars only that finished on the lead lap in the earlier race.
Those two are particularly good-looking cars, aren't they? With that very plain liveries, but
yeah,
striking colours. Here comes Vilku up the inside of Schweikart. And he's got Laramie as well on the way earlier in the lap, so Vilku gets up a couple of places. It's up into 11th by my reckoning.
Yeah, and back to where he was a few laps ago, really,
yeah,
and back to challenging David Aspden for the final position inside the top 10, and what will be 3rd place in Class M2, because Theo Millward's in 4th and Clive Watson in 9th. Are 1st and 2nd in the M2 class in this race, and one being led by Stuart Pyrewell from Cavan Granger and Colin Whitmore. Class 6, Paul Travers, Chris Blake and Stephen Schweikart, and the Cup class is being led once again by William Lake, the champion, from Sam Walton and Gareth Thomas. And again, a bit like Hot Hatch, it's a championship that's often taken by a driver from one of the lowlier classes. In 2019, Matt Page won it from the Cup class, and then has been taken by Class 6 drivers on a couple of occasions as well. Steve Schweikart, Lee Pearcey, Ben Pearson, Kevin Deadwood, 3 occasions in fact.
And there goes Vilke. We went inside Aston, and a bit sideways for Schweikart. And Schweikart looked to come back past Vilke, and that little bit of tail happiness through Luffield has cost him ground and exposed him again to the challenge from Paul Laramie.
Yeah, Paul Laramie there, who is from Chesham, is the head of programme management, 43 years of age. Started racing 5 years ago. Is watching a battle for second in Class M1 here between Kevin Granger and very experienced Colin Whitmore. They've got Paul Travers just behind them, the Class 6 leader. Whitmore in the number 35 car on the left-hand side as they head down the Wellington Straight. He's got ahead of Granger there, so second within the class.
We've missed a change for third as well, with Theo Millward back ahead of the car of Jasper Sapra.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a scrap going on a bit further up the road than this. Granger's not given up here, and Paul Travers, the Class 6 leader, trying to buy into it as well. Great battle going on here. Yeah, I was talking about Paul Laramie though. And there's a problem there, and that is Schweikart and Aspden that have come to grief. Didn't see how that happened up at Brooklands Corner. Aspden in the 20 car, his car stranded just on the edge of the circuit there. I think it looks like he's going to get out of the car as well, so that might need some recovery. The car of David Aspden. Didn't quite see what Stephen Schweikart's part to play was in all of that, but Aidan Vilku now has moved up into the top 10 as a result of that. 8.25 minutes to go. We're watching Paul Travers here. Is Aspden out of the car now? And he walking away to a place of safety. It's going to need a lift, that car, judging from the signals by the marshal. And as a result of that, the safety car being brought out with 8 minutes of the 750 Motor Club season, 8 minutes of this BMW Car Club Racing Championship race to go. But not much alternative with the car positioned as it was. This could liven things up, because hopefully we will get enough time for a few laps of a restart. Yeah, some damage there, Marcus.
Yeah, it's been it's nobbled in the middle of that rear wheel arch, and it's probably tweaked the tracking or the transmission as well. It looks like the exhaust has dropped down to the curb, which makes it immobile. But what a shame. That was an entertaining little tussle, but it's on the apex of Brooklands, and therefore we have to have the safety car.
Yeah. So safety car circulates at the moment while the recovery vehicle is scrambled. Safety car will pick them up at the end of the pit lane. We've now got 7 minutes to go. And so there's the safety car. It's actually picked up Colin Whitmore in 5th position, so there might need to be a bit of waving through done here as well. So he's in 5th place, Colin Whitmore. The first 4 had already gone through, I think. So yeah, I think there'll need to be a bit of waving through here as well before we can have a restart, which probably is only going to be for at most 1 or 2 laps, I would think. So you can see the lights are now shining rather brightly as the safety car lighting panel reflects off the stanchion of the debris fence. And yes, we've got the little Land Rover being called into action. That car is going to be I'm going to try and tow it, although I thought it was going to need a full lift from the signal from the marshal and also from the look of the damage to the suspension, but perhaps I think if we can just get it a little bit further away, then that will be good enough. Let's see what happens here. There's the those are the first 4 cars now who've basically joined the back of the safety car queue. Well, it's moving, so maybe this will work out after all. Whether it's going to do the car any good is another matter. But they're going to...
There's quite a lot of camber on that rear corner. It's taken a decent sized wallop.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're going to pull it basically onto the old circuit there, aren't
Yes.
they? The old track. So quickly out of the way, which means that actually might get a bit more racing than I thought. There's nearly 5 minutes left to go, so we might have time for a few more laps, but they've got to do this wave through first, haven't they?
Well, they don't have to.
No. Well,
It's not obliged to, but it would be nice if they did.
yes.
But it'll take a while, of course, for those behind the safety car to join the back of the queue.
That's the problem.
Yeah. With 4 minutes and 27 seconds to go, it is the problem, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how this pans out. It's BMW Car Club Racing Championship race, the final race of the season.
35, which is there, behind the safety car, is the car that is fifth.
Yeah.
So he's the Class M1 second place car. Granger behind him is second in that class. And Travers in the silver 77, he leads Class 6 from Blakey. There's nothing much between them. So there are still things to play for. Certainly Class 6.
No wave through being done yet. Or is there? I think they're starting to do it now, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is happening. They are doing it. Whether they'll wait for the cars to get fully crocodiled up again or not is another matter. So it's going to be at least one more lap behind the safety car. Probably it will.
The safety car's pulling off. It's I suspect it's going to. Is it going to wait?
No, I
to try
think
and
it's just
find the leader?
waiting, keeping out of the way to find the leader, isn't it? I suspect. So we might get a couple more laps at most here, I would think. Do keep an eye out on the 750 Motor Club's website. There'll be a new website at some point in the next few months, I think, and social media channels over the course of the coming weeks, because I'm sure there'll be details announced soon about the 2025 season, the venues, the dates, the championships and series that the 750 Motor Club will run. It's been a successful 2024 season, lots of great racing at circuits across the country, and I suspect we'll see something more or less the same for 2025, but with some subtle tweaks, I expect, and a few variations. But if it's as good as this season, lots to look forward to. 750 Motor Club once again, for my money, leading the way in club motorsport.
Well, very much so. It's been a very strong year and a very important year. And their thing moves afoot, introducing different things for next season. And grids have been strong. Championships have gone all the way to the end, which is an added bonus, isn't it?
That's right, yeah, lots of championships decided either today or at Donington Park or at Mallory Park, which have hosted our various season finales.
Yeah, that's the point. You've got such a broad palette of classes and formulae that you have the luxury of having three championship finals.
You normally used to get it all done in one weekend, didn't you? Probably 15 years ago. But lots more categories.
When I started reporting back in the end of the 1970s, you were lucky to get more than 7 races in a day, in a single day meeting.
Yeah.
Practice in the morning, because it was called practice then, not qualifying. Race in the afternoon, and sayonara.
That was it.
Yeah.
Safety car lights out. We've got time for, I reckon, 2 more laps of racing this season in the BMW Car Club Racing Championship. So it's going to be Gavin Dunn leading them around. Hopefully he should see the green flag this time. And with a minute and a quarter to go, yeah, that's just going to be time for 2 more laps. He makes a good restart, helped by the fact that he got one of the Cup Class cars immediately behind him that was being lapped. So he's got a 2-second advantage over Stuart Pywell, and there's another 5 seconds back to Millward and Sapra in 3rd and 4th. And they're a long way clear of the rest, because Colin Whitmore hadn't, I don't think, caught up with the leading group as yet. So the next group of cars are way behind. Here's the fight for 3rd and 4th. Of course, Millward got ahead of Sapra. We didn't see this on camera, but Millward might be about to lose it again.
Yeah, that'd be cold tyres, wouldn't it? But Sapra's got a bit of a slide on as well.
Yeah, so he's not really taken full advantage of that.
The tyres will have lost their temperature in what, 4 laps behind the safety car. Here they come. The problem is to be turning the cars into the corner.
And you've got these Cup Class cars ahead of him. Lake, Walton, Thomas and Kay all there together.
I wonder whether Sapra will try a bold move right round the outside. There he car, it's not close enough, and Millward's been able to dive inside those Cup Class cars.
Clock's counted down to 0 now. 3.5 second lead for Gavin Dunn as he goes on to the final lap of the race over Stuart Pywell in second. But the battle for third still to be decided. It's between Theo Millward and Jas Sapra. They've cleared all of those Cup Class cars now, so it's a clear race to the flag for them.
Yeah, it is, and those three compacts in behind.
They're having a great old race. William Lake is under some pressure there from Gareth Thomas, who's up the inside of the champion, both of them sideways, and I don't think either of them's going to win the Cup Class in this particular race. It looks like it's Walton, isn't it, that's gone through in the number 6 car. That was the car driven by Colin Turkington yesterday, and also the 50 car of Kay. But here comes Gavin Dunn. He's our race leader. He's gone through Luffield Corner, about to head through Woodcote. The battle for third looks like it's going to be won by Theo Millward, but checkered flag is going to be ready somewhere out there in the gloom, and it's going to go the way. There it goes to Gavin Dunn then. He takes second victory of the day in the BMW Car Club Racing Championship, although he's in the invitation class. Stuart Pywell second. Here comes Theo Millward, who just grabs third from Jas Sapra by a couple of tenths of a second. Then it's going to be a long gap back to see who is going to be in fifth. A nice little battle going on for second in Class M2 between Clive Watson and Aidan Vilcou. Stephen Schweikart and Paul Laramie alongside one another as well, disputing third position in Class 6 as well. So they are coming through to take the final positions in that race. Here's Laramie and Schweikart. Looks like Laramie's going to have trumped Schweikart here, although Schweikart's been the champion, although Schweikart trying to get one more place back on the final corner of the season. I don't think he's quite going to do it though. Sam Walton it was that took the Cup Class, by the way, from Stephen Kay, the champion William Lake, and Gareth Thomas. Before the results box, some final thoughts from you on that race and the season as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. We've had a wonderful day here at Silverstone, and after the closest Burkitt finish, Burkitt 6-hour team relay finish yesterday in very different conditions on the Grand Prix circuit. Could you ask for more? It's been a brilliant season. I've loved being involved with it, and thank you to all the wonderful marshalling. All aspects of the organisation has been impeccable, and we'll look forward to a quiet winter coming back in the new year.
Look forward to it. Marcus Pye, thank you very much indeed. Let's have a look at the result of that last race of the day, the BMW Car Club Racing Championship. Gavin Dunn took the win, number 130, 17 laps he completed, and he was 4.071 seconds clear of Stuart Pywell, number 76, in second place. Theo Millward, 81, was in third. Jas Sapra, number 40, was fourth, ahead of Cavan Granger, fifth, and Colin Whitmore in sixth position. Millward winning his class, Stuart Pywell winning his, and Paul Travers in seventh place, number 77, winning his Class 6 as well, ahead of Chris Blakey, number 27. And then third in that class was Paul Laramie, number 31. And 14th overall was Sam Walton, and he won the Cup Class after that drama on the final lap between Gareth Thomas and Will Lake, who both got very sideways at Beckett's after a little bit of contact. That allowed the number 50 car up into second place as well in that race. And that was the car of Stephen Kay, ahead of William Lake and Gareth Thomas. And of course we lost David Aspden during the course of that race. That then is all of the racing for this season from the 750 Motor Club. So my thanks to all of the marshals who've done such a great job this weekend. Thanks to them, thanks to all of the other officials of the 750 Motor Club. Thanks to Marcus Pye and Josh Barrett with me today, and all of the other commentators I've shared a box with during the course of the season. Thanks again to the Alpha Live crew for everything that they have done. And from me, Ian Soman, I'm going to hand down for the final time this season to Josh Barrett, who's going to hear from our successful drivers in the BMW Car Club Racing Challenge. Good night.
For one last time, we're in the pit lane here at Silverstone with some race winners, and Gavin Dunn was the winner of the BMW Car Club again. Well done, Gavin. A nice day for you here.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely loved it. Really enjoyed it. So yeah.
It's a bit about your car.
Oh, yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
I think it just worked. So I thought I was going to be slightly closer at the end. The last couple of laps, the safety car popped out, and I was looking in my mirror. I was thinking, I've got to get a good run down to the first corner. And I knew there's surely only a couple of laps to go, and I thought possibly defend him, to be fair. So yeah, great weekend.
And racing in the sunset at Silverstone is quite a nice experience, I should think.
Yeah, loved it. Again, going down the back straight, you can't see the sun, though. You know, sort of behind the sun visor and stuff. So yeah, brilliant.
Well done, well done. Hopefully see you back next year. Stuart in second place, and Stuart, I think, as well, the M1 champion for this year. So well done.
Thank you. Yeah. Worked really well. Thought the safety car was going to do something for me at the end, but I had a back marker between me and Gav, and I had to wait for the green, the safety line to go. So yeah, but good race. Yeah, all in all, good season.
Yeah, nice way to end the year. Sort of had some ups and downs as the year's gone on.
Yeah, definitely, and big thanks to all the guys at HRD for helping me out and getting me through each round. And we'll be back next year.
Back in the same car?
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. See, but yeah, he'll definitely have some upgrades if I do. But yeah, look forward to it.
Well done. That's Stuart in second and third position, and the M2 winner was Theo Millward. Well done, Theo. Got quite a new car to you, this, I think.
Yeah, these are the guys you want to film over here. These legends here built it, so all of that is for them. Yeah, first time in this championship, second time it's been raced. It's just been a peach all weekend. It's been amazing.
Bit different to the 116 trophy car, I imagine.
Just a bit, little bit more power, just a smidge more power. But yeah, no, it's been amazing. Really friendly grid, and yeah, the guys are building an absolute weapon. Like it's crazy. It's really good fun.
So quite a battle with Jazz in the yellow M3.
Yeah, I think he has quite a bit more power than me, so he was sort of pulling away in the straights. But yeah, I enjoyed that actually. It was really respectful, good fun, just what we like.
So are you back in this car in this or road sports, something like that next year?
We'll see how much the guys are crying when they look at the car after this. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we've got a few things we want to do. We're doing race remembrance in a few weeks with the 116, so we're looking forward to that. And yeah, see what next year holds.
Well, look forward to seeing that with something.
Thank you.
So
Cheers.
well done to our top three in the final race of the season for the BMW Car Club, the final race of the year for the 750 Motor Club as well. We'll be back next year. As James Stanley was telling us earlier, keep an eye on the 750 Motor Club website, 750mc.co.uk, for all the information about the 2025 season that is coming up. But the sun has set here at Silverstone, so that means it is the conclusion of the year. We'll see you back next year. We hope you've enjoyed the action here at Silverstone. It's been a great day of racing.